Oh, good Lord, that was fantastic. One car, one sign, one pair of unzipped pants. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Magoo. Defending cries, we're going federal. Judge Mike laughs, no big dummy and not a chance, not a nudge. Cite some nonsense, Fourth Amendment too, but this circus belongs to one man, Magoo. Crashed into a mobile sign late at night, hair all wild, pants not tight. Cops roll in, not sure what's true. Was he drunk and cussed or just plain Magoo? Mr. Magoo. My bad. Magoo in a gown, cheeks to the breeze, escapes like a bandit with surgical ease. We're back to 76, classic drunk trick, glove box fix. Drink after the crash, confuse the test, but come on folks, this is nonsense at best. Defense pipes up, he just had a drink. Nerves were shot, gave him time to think. With his robe half on, buying Colt 45 at a 7-Eleven run. Mr. Magoo, oh, what did you do? Bolted from the hospital, pants still askew, license gone, priors too. Jail feels like home, it's waiting for you. This thing's getting bound over. Smash sign, drunk driver, pants down, $0. Prosecutor sharp, Judge Simpson sly. They see through Magoo's every try. Blood draw missing, excuses thin, but Mike just laughs. It's a lock and win. DUI number 4, maybe fleeing 2. Magoo's record is nothing new. He likes jail, it's true. That's where he belongs, old Magoo. Mr. Magoo, oh, what did you do? Crashed your car, pants down too. Drunk or dizzy, head or blue. Either way, the judge sees right through you. Hopefully they got the hamster back on the wheel.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Mansour.
Thanks, Your Honor. I've been in contact with Mr. Magoo's circuit court attorney, Edward Drukas, and Mr. Drukas is working on a resolution currently as we speak. Mr. Magoo has court coming up, I believe, today. I spoke with Mr. Drukas about this. Right now, the bond here.
All right, where does he have court coming up? Somebody tell me in the chat.
With this case is, I believe it's $100. Let me double check. Yes, it's $100. GPS tether upon release, and if he's given a PR bond on his other matters, this $100 will convert to a PR bond. I say that,
which is a bummer because she isn't streaming these days.
I had to say, Your Honor, we want to adjourn this this case here in 14B to maybe loop that into a global resolution that Mr. Drukas is working with. And then we could come back here and then maybe this case can get resolved with all of those in one.
Anything from Ms. Woods?
Judge, we are trying to work on a global resolution with some sort of sobriety court. So he does have a pretrial hearing in circuit court today. In regards to modification, I would leave that to the court's discretion as to modifying bond. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, maybe I missed that part. What, I thought you were telling me, Mr. Mansour, what the bond was.
I was, yeah, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ms. Woods, I'm not asking for a modification. I just want to leave it as is.
Oh, sorry, I
No, it's okay.
misunderstood. Thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. I just wanted to put it on the record for you, Your Honor.
When I'm looking, I'm not sure if it has changed, but it just seemed to be a little different than what you mentioned. Do you know if at some point did the bond change?
No, Your Honor. To my understanding, it was $100 here, GPS tether upon release, and I believe it would change to a PR bond if he's released, or if he's given a PR bond on his other matters. But right now it's at $100 with GPS tether upon release.
We'd also ask for the no contact and no go to order to stay in place.
Okay, because I was just looking at that. That's the reason I was asking.
Yeah, so
All right. It looks like it's slightly different, Mr. Mansour. But
Is it the conversion
Let's see.
part, Your Honor?
I don't see that.
Okay.
And then Ms. Ball was explaining to me, showing me a different process, because when I look, it looked like it was 10,000, 10%, but she indicated it was converted to the 1,000, 10%. So that's fine.
Yeah, it looks like that was done on September 15th, where it was modified to 1,010% with a no contact, no go to, and GPS tether.
All right. And so how much time are you requesting for the adjournment?
Your Honor, just a short one, whatever is best. A couple weeks is fine.
All right, because I have October 30th, November 6th.
October.
You want to do October, Daniel?
Yeah, please. And just to touch on the bond condition, I currently I don't have a cell phone. I've been working on getting one. So the GPS tether is holding me even once I get released. And I was
Daniel,
hoping.
I'm sorry to cut you. I'm working on that one as we speak. I've been talking to him for you.
Do you think?
And if you want to call me after court today, give me a call later this afternoon. We can talk about it more.
All right.
But I got you.
Cool.
All right. Pre-trial will be October 30th at 9 o'clock. Bond will continue.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right, gentlemen, are we ready for appearances on Taylor?
All right. I got this from Zach. Thank you, Zach. Because that was a short appearance and I wanted to see this. So let's do it. Judge Oakley.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you, Stephen Campbell, on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Judge. Scott Weinberg, 458 Department, that's Mr. Taylor.
All right, Mr. Kaplan, I'm ready.
Thank you, Judge. We'll call our first witness, Elizabeth Morrell.
Just ask for sequestration order. I'm not sure who's.
I am my officer in charge.
All right. This lady's not connected with the case?
She's our witness.
Oh, you're the witness? Come on up.
that's my sister.
She got it all.
You're not.
Just moral support. Come on up. Watch your step on my ramp right here. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth today? Have a seat right there. Just make yourself comfortable. Mr. Kaplan, when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. State your name for us.
Elizabeth Worrell,
How do you spell your last name?
Worrell.
And Elizabeth, as in Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I work at a logistics company out in Boston.
Taking back in time to April 23 of this year, 2025, at about 6 in the morning. Do you recall your whereabouts?
I was on my way to work on 675, coming up to my exit, to go.
What type of vehicle were you driving?
I drive like a Santa Stray, Chevy Trailblazer.
Are you alone in the vehicle or do you have company?
No, I was like, so.
You started telling the judge about you on 275 North. Anything unusual happened to you when you were traveling on I-275 North?
I was on my way to work that morning and I noticed that there was a vehicle behind me. The vehicle was very close to the, rear of my car. I had changed lanes a few different times. If I'm not mistaken, I changed lanes a total of 4 times.
Tell us about the weather. Was it light out or dark?
It was, it was typical, nighttime, right before the sun's coming up, it's about 5:30 in the morning.
Are you able, are you, so that's all interrupt just because the kid of there, yes, you know it's fine. Are you able to tell the judge the color of the other vehicle?
Yes.
What's the color?
It was like a dark gray, dark blue.
Are you able to inform the court the model of the vehicle?
Yeah, it was a Chevy Malibu, license plate was the first EJY.
How do you know the license plate was showing DJY?
Because as he was speeding away from me, as I exited onto my exit to get off for work, he said past me at probably about 100 miles an hour. And I caught the first read license plate and the description of the vehicle.
Does anything?
The gentleman objected to the estimate of 100 miles an hour. She actually could prove how she knows it. So
Well, that's a lay opinion. It's really not important to the case. Under 701, that's a lay opinion issue
well, that's fine. It's not important why we is listening.
because it's part of the investigation.
Let's move on.
Thank you. Anything more unusual happened while you traveled at 1975 North?
When I
Locally, I don't care. Just keep going.
noticed that vehicle behind me, and like I said before, I had changed lanes, the vehicle followed me. And I want to say it was the 3rd time that I had changed lanes, the vehicle followed me again. I did brake check the vehicle behind me, which I know you're not supposed to do.
What happened after you brake checked?
He got even closer. And so I had moved back into the middle lane, and he was again right behind me, even closer to the floor.
Anything happened after you changed into the middle lane?
Other than him following me, no, not until I had gotten up to closer to the exit I was getting off at.
Which exit is that?
The West Huron exit.
Anything unusual happened there near that exit?
Yeah, as I, after I had been followed back into the middle lane, I was just nervous at this point. So I waited until the last possible second, made sure that the lane next to me was clear, and I just booked it right off of the exit. And then that's when the vehicle pulled up next to me.
Anything happened when that vehicle pulled next to you?
I saw the outline of a handgun, pointed at me.
How far were you from the person holding the handgun?
The vehicle had moved right next to me in that lane, so.
Can you give us an estimate on the distance? I'm gonna walk towards you with the judge's permission. Can you stop me when I reach that distance?
Probably about.
Ow.
Judge, may the record reflect about, I know I'm short, but about 7 feet.
Mr. Weinberg? Thank you.
Better than you said. It's funny.
How certain or uncertain are you that a gun was pointed?
100% positive, I saw the outline of the handgun.
What were you thinking when the gun had been pointed at you?
That I was gonna get shot.
But what did you do, if anything? After the gun had been pointed at you?
I just got off right at that exit, and when I had looked over, the vehicle next to me had rolled the window down and pointed that gun at me. I did see the outline of the gun.
Was the gun pointed at you on one occasion or 2 different occasions?
Just once.
What do you do after the gun's pointed at you? Do you contact authorities in some way?
I had pulled in.
Sorry.
You're all right.
I had pulled into work, contacted my wife and, let her know what happened. She told me that with.
Can't tell us what she said.
Okay.
But anyway, you contacted
So-
your wife.
Yep, I contacted my wife. I ended up leaving work and, at the end of the road that I work off of, there was a New Boston police officer.
Did you have contact with the officer?
Yes, I pulled up next to the officer, explained what happened and asked what I do moving forward. And then that's when, he took my statement and this all began.
Are you able to identify the man with the gun?
Yeah.
Why not?
It was too dark, I couldn't see the face, the only thing I could see was the outline.
Thank you, Ryan.
Mr. Weinberg, your witness.
So said.
Sure.
Sorry, the phone's through.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Elizabeth, Laura.
This is my name is Scott White. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you don't understand them, let me know. I'll stop it when I'll rephrase it, okay? Sure, you stand. Sorry, can you identify that man at the table? You cannot identify my client, Mr. Jeremy Taylor, is that correct?
Objection's been asked to me. It's
Is that correct? You can't.
been an objection asked.
Clarification.
So you have no idea whether or not Mr. Taylor was the man you're talking about that day, correct?
No.
Correct. And it was too dark to identify him. Is that correct? What kind of day was it?
5:30 roughly in the morning.
5:30 in the morning, so it was dark. And when you claim that he actually pulled up next to you, was the light in his vehicle on?
No, the lights on the, other side of the freeway, that's how I could see that that's a behind, but I could not see
Okay,
his face.
okay. So you didn't see a gun, you saw the outline of the gun, correct?
Right.
You can't identify the gun, correct? Can't identify the model or make, correct? You saw an outline of what you thought was gun, correct?
Of what was gun, yes.
Well, did you ever touch that gun?
No.
And you can't identify anything other than the outline, correct?
Right.
Have you ever seen a gun close up before?
Yes.
Do you own it? Do you own a gun?
No, I do not.
Okay. You ever seen the outline of a handgun like this gun before?
To me, handguns for the most part look the
Right.
same.
Did you understand the question?
Yes.
My question was, did you ever see an outline of that specific gun before?
I can't answer that.
Was that a yes or no?
Justin, she said she can't even get
Well, I can't answer that.
Okay. You testified that this was a road rage type of situation, correct?
Yes.
And at some point you slammed your brakes on in front of him while you were driving, isn't that correct?
Correct.
And that would precipitate this incident, correct?
We object. She doesn't know what you said.
No.
Well, you're right.
Excuse me. We don't know what's in the mind of the other person.
That's fine,
So
but
that was a speculation objection?
Yeah.
Response?
I believe that maybe Mr. Gatlin doesn't understand. And I believe the witness understands. Did you understand my question?
Yeah, we object. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
We started to
Yeah.
understand.
You're asking her, let's rephrase that.
So I'll rephrase.
Was that the first incident between you and the other vehicles when you brake checked the vehicle?
That morning, did you make a statement to the police?
Yes.
And again, did you tell them at that time that you could not identify the man or the person who allegedly pointed a gun at you?
Yes.
Okay. And did you ever tell the police that you heard this man say anything?
Oh,
So you can't identify his voice either, is that correct?
correct.
You can't identify anything other than you saw the outline of what you think was a gun, correct?
Correct.
I know the.
Any follow-up?
Ignorant, go for it.
Ma'am, you can step down. Watch your step on my ramp.
Your Honor, we have one other witness. We'll call him, and that's our trooper, Trooper Jonathan Meyer.
Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth today.
I do, sir.
Settle in. When you're ready, Mr. Kaplan.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Trooper Meyer.
Morning.
Sir, how many years have you been with the
Poor thing. That is actually a horrible experience.
mission statement, please?
13.
So we working on April 23 of 2020.
Yes.
Can you tell the judge where I-275 near South Huron Road, what municipalities in that area?
New Boston
In which county?
in Wayne County.
Well, sir, if you have an opportunity to speak to a woman named Elizabeth Morel,
I did.
she will going to testify in a few moments.
That's right.
What did you speak to Ms. Morel?
Miss Worrell, explained to us that she was.
Don't tell us what she said. I just want to know where you spoke.
Where I saw.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That would have been on Huron Avenue, right there, just west of I-275. She had left the workplace to come to meet with us there.
Did you know Ms. Morel before the stage?
No,
How long did you speak to Ms. Morel?
probably approximately an hour.
Can you describe her demeanor?
Shaken, frightened.
How did you become involved in this custody?
Our dispatch center was contacted by the New Boston Police Department requesting that we make the scene to handle the incident with the others.
How much time passed between when dispatch received information about an alleged crime on the freeway and when you met Ms. Morel?
Would say approximately 30 minutes.
Supervisor, did you meet a man named Jeremy Taylor?
Yes.
If you saw Jeremy Taylor again, you recognize him?
Yeah.
Look around the courtroom and let us honor when you see Jeremy Taylor.
I do, yes, sir.
What is he wearing and where is he seated?
He is seated next to the defense attorney, wearing a maroon shirt and a finger on his neck.
Noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Why did you speak to Mr. Taylor?
Mr. Taylor was my suspect, the registered owner of a vehicle matching the description given by the victim.
Well, you provided me a license plate, partial license plate number.
That's right.
What, do you remember what that is?
It was EJY with the first three. There.
Who provided that to you?
Miss Laurel.
In terms of that EJ partial license plate description, did you attempt to determine the owner of the vehicle?
Yes.
How did you do that?
So using our license plate reader cameras in the area, I conducted a search using the criteria provided at partial plate along with a vague vehicle description, and was able to come up with two possible matches to that.
Ultimately, you narrow the field.
Yes,
Who do you narrow?
I'm sorry.
Who do you narrow the field? Who's left? In terms of the EJY license,
Yeah.
you determine who.
Yes, sir.
Plate.
Yes, sir. So from those license plate reader camera photographs taken of that vehicle, I was able to retrieve that full license plate, run that license plate through our law enforcement information network.
And through lane,
Yeah.
did it identify anybody?
I did, yes.
Whom did it identify?
It was Mr. Taylor as the registered owner of that vehicle.
You know his first name?
Jeremy?
Did you make any determination as to whether Mr. Taylor, in fact, drove such a vehicle?
Yes.
And what was the vehicle? Were you able to tell us the color and model and year?
Yeah, it's a blue, I believe, 2009 Chevy Malibu.
Ultimately, I'm going to skip ahead for a moment. Did you at any point advise Mr. Taylor of his brand?
I did, yes.
How did that?
A traffic stop was conducted.
By who?
I did. And I pulled him over on 275 near Eureka. Spoke to him briefly, introduced myself, asked him if there were, or he declared to me, rather, I didn't have to ask, he declared to me that there was a firearm in the vehicle, that he was a CPL holder. Shortly thereafter, I read his Miranda rights, took him into custody.
So don't go any further.
Yes, sir.
Where was the Miranda?
Yes,
When prizing of such rights, did you do so from your memory or from a form?
that's read to him from the form. I read it to him.
Can you estimate for Judge Oakley the number of times you've read Miranda rights to suspects?
I would say, fair estimate would be several hundred times.
In doing so, in this case, did you read some of the rights, all the rights, or none of the rights? Do you listen?
All.
Sure.
Sorry. How long did you speak to Mr. Taylor?
I would say, I would an estimate approximately an hour.
Now, after reading of his rights, did you ask whether he wished to speak to a lawyer?
I'm sorry, what's
Did you ask whether he wanted a lawyer or whether he wished to remain silent?
Yes,
What was his response?
he agreed to talk. He said he would his rights. to talk.
Did you offer him any promises of leniency to speak to you?
No, sir.
Did you threaten him in any way?
No, sir.
Did he appear to be deprived of food, water, shelter, sustenance, sleep?
No, sir.
Then he's up the spoke.
That's right.
But what if any, did you inquire as to where, his whereabouts earlier in the day, like April 23, 2025, at about 6 in the morning?
Yes, I did.
What did he tell you his whereabouts?
He explained that he was traveling on northbound 275 on his way to work at approximately that time.
Did he indicate where he was headed, where he was coming from?
He was coming from his home and headed to his workplace in Van Buren Township.
Did you inquire about any incident that might have occurred between the vehicles?
I did.
What's the specific question you asked him?
I asked if there was any unusual road rage type incidents that had occurred.
What did Mr. Felix say in response?
Initially, he denied that there was, saying that something had happened the day prior.
You said initially.
He did it. That's right.
What does that mean?
So when I first asked that question, had anything unusual like a road rage incident happened, he said, no, not this morning. Yesterday, something happened between me and a female in a light colored vehicle.
Does he give a different answer at some point?
He does, yeah.
How was the transition occur?
So I asked further questions about that incident. And I said, well, there was an allegation that something happened this morning. And then he said something along the line of, oh, maybe that was this morning. And then goes on to describe the victim's vehicle and somewhat of a road rage interaction between them.
Did he indicate to you any specific actions he claimed that the other woman took?
To my memory, that she brake checked them and flipped them off.
What is flipping off?
Presenting her middle finger to him, a derogatory manner.
Did you specifically ask him whether he pointed a gun at another moment?
I did, yes.
What did he say?
He denied this.
Does he later give an explanation?
He does.
What does he say?
He said that it could have been that what she saw was him pointing his finger at her, and then later added that he may have had a coffee mug in his hand at the time he pointed this.
You indicated to the judge earlier in the direct examination about this saying he had in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Did you find it up?
Yes,
Where you located up?
in the center console between the driver's and passenger seat of the vehicle.
How far is that gun from the driver? Where the driver would have been seen?
Directly next to him, within arm's reach.
The information you had been given about the vehicle, the latest vehicle, does that match or not match the vehicle you saw in front of you?
It does.
How does it match?
The first three of the license plate match, and also she described the color and model of vehicle along with bumper stickers stretching from one tail light to the other across the
If those coincide or not coincide with the vehicle, you know.
those all coincide.
What happened to the gun?
The gun was seized from the scene of the traffic stop and put into property at the Metro South Post.
Are you familiar with the term holstered gun?
Yes,
Gun being holstered?
yes.
What does that term mean?
That means secured in a holster for carrying the firearm.
When you recovered the gun from the center console, was it holstered or unholstered?
I do not recall.
Would your report refresh your memory?
Yes,
Do you have your report with you?
I do not.
Judge, do I have permission to approach the witness and have any view his report?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. Read it yourself, Trooper Meyer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't underline this. I don't know any specific page.
Understood.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure we report.
Yes.
Judge requisition retrieving document.
You do.
Just remember, document. Move it being critical. What is your memory tell?
That in fact, the firearm was in the center console until certain.
Was the firearm loaded or unloaded?
It was loaded, magazine full.
If you investigated shootings in your career,
I have, yes.
tell the judge, and probably knows, a gun, which is more readily usable, a gun that is holstered or a gun that is unholstered?
Unholstered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Weinberg.
Supervisor Scott Langberg, will ask you some questions if you don't understand something. Yes, sir. So you were called onto the scene by other police officers. Who else was first on the scene?
That would have been 2 Boston police officers.
So this wasn't a car, yours was pulled over by a speaker.
That's correct, yes.
And when you got to the scene, where was my client?
That was unknown to me at the time we were playing.
And at some point, well, let me back. Did you pull my client over?
Yes.
You pulled him over.
Earlier that afternoon, yes, sir.
Okay. So when you pulled him over because of this match and weight, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And did you first approach my client's car?
I did, yes.
It was he in the driver's seat?
He was.
And he, as you testified, first told you, right when you came out, that he had a CPO, correct?
That's right.
That's he was obligated.
That's right.
You didn't see him on the gun.
I did not see the gun at first contact.
And in no time did he provide you with the gun, correct?
He did not provide me as in hand me the gun, no, sir.
Okay. So who actually ended up pulling the gun out of the car? Who found it?
To my recollection, I found it located.
Do you remember whether I searched and found the gun in the vehicle?
Yes. Now I had 2 other troopers with me, so that's why I say to my recollection, I'm the one who pulled it out of the Senate Council.
And did you pull it out before or after you interviewed my client?
I don't remember how many questions had been asked of him prior to us removing the weapon from the vehicle.
But you had already interviewed him, correct? So,
I had spoken to him, yes, that's right.
and you read his Miranda.
That's right.
And at any point, if you take my client, put him in your vehicle and start discussing this matter, interviewing him without reading his Miranda,
No, he had been read his parental rights prior.
and you only read it once, correct?
That's right.
And when you read it to him, where were you?
Standing on the side of the freeway,
Where was he?
also standing there with him.
Outside of you.
That's right.
And well, when you first arrived at the scene, isn't it true that you took him out of his vehicle and had him sit in your squad, correct?
I don't recall at what time in the time or when in the time frame he sat in my vehicle, but he did sit in my vehicle. That's right.
And had when he was in your vehicle. Is that when you read his Miranda rights or is it after?
I don't recall.
Could you recall getting a statement from him after you read his Miranda?
That's yes.
It was clear.
Yes.
And do you recall your conversation when you spoke?
I do.
Do you recall the questions and the comments you made to him when you were interviewed?
Not every comment. No, I'm sure not.
But you remember your conversation.
Yes.
And do you recall telling him the rendition of what was her name, the complainant?
Miss Laurel.
Miss Laura, what she had told you or what your understanding is what the complaint was?
Yeah.
And that there was some type of pointing the gun at her, correct?
Right. Yes.
Isn't it true that you told him that he was involved in an accident with this woman? Do you recall that?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling him that there was evidence to show that he actually did point the gun at her?
Yes.
From a video camera?
That's right.
Do you have any evidence of it?
No, sir.
So you lied to him about it.
Yes, sir.
And is it your practice to lie?
Objection, he's allowed to lie.
Well, I'm asking.
He can be with an Nokia, it doesn't matter. Say whatever he wants.
I understand that and I agree with you, but that doesn't mean Mr. Weinberg can't ask me questions about it.
So is it your practice to lie to a suspect during an investigation?
We object to that question. It doesn't matter what his practice is. Could have been the first time he lied, or he lies all the time. It's not relevant.
That would be irrelevant. Go ahead. Relevance objection.
It's not only relevant, rather, it's also goes to his experience and his practice as a trooper. The prosecutor went into excruciating detail about how many types of stops he had, and whether or not he's had gun types of investigations, whether or not he loaded, how he knows is it practical to have something on his hip if it's holstered or not. You're just going by his practice in terms of interviewing witnesses.
You're stretching, but I'll allow it.
So is it your practice to lie to a suspect while you're doing an investigation?
But it's not necessarily my practice, no, sir.
But you chose to do that in this.
Yes.
And you knew that, I can't remember it, was it Miss Warren?
That's right.
Was Warren? Just for the record, is it, how do you spell?
Oh, W-O-R-R.
Warren. Got it. So, isn't it because Miss Warren could not identify my, isn't that correct?
I'm sorry, what is the?
You had told him and lied to him that there was evidence to show that he pointed the gun other than the smoke or around, saying that someone pointed a gun because she could not identify my client. Isn't that correct?
Well, checking the question, they're still analyzing to understand.
Well, did you understand?
I'm struggling to understand the question.
So let me rephrase. Why did you lie to my client about the picture showing that a picture that didn't exist, showing that he pointed a gun?
Judge and policy, it doesn't disprove anything in the natural.
Yeah, what's the relevance?
Well, that's why he was trying to get my client to admit something.
Well, I'll take judicial notice that it seems to have worked, if that helps.
Well, did he say that he agreed that he actually did point a gun?
No,
So he denied it.
that's right.
At any time, before you read his Miranda rights or after you read his Miranda rights, did he ever say that he pointed a gun?
He did not.
In fact, he did say that he might have pointed his finger or a cup. Isn't that correct?
That's right.
And did you hear Ms. Worrell's testimony today?
I did.
And you,
Judge, you can't comment on another witness's testimony.
I didn't ask him about it. I just asked him to hear it.
That's not relevant.
So you did hear.
Objection, there's an objection on the table.
So let me ask you this. I'll
Go
refer
ahead.
this question. Besides Ms. Worrell saying she saw an outline of a gun, is there any evidence you collected showing that my client pointed a gun at Ms. Worrell?
No,
Your Honor, I have a. Do you recall whether or not your squad car had a video on the set?
it does, yes.
And do you recall whether that recorded any of your conversation with my client in your vehicle?
Yes.
And you recall whether or not, had you reviewed that book?
It has been some time. I reviewed it, either that day or that week.
But it's your sworn testimony that prior to interviewing my client in that vehicle or outside the vehicle or any time that day, that you read his Miranda rights, correct?
Yes, I let him swear.
I have no further.
Mr. Kaplan, any redirect?
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you demonstrate for the judge, did the defendant make any gesture when he described possibly pointing his finger at the moment?
He did, yes.
Can you show the judge, stand up and show the judge the gesture?
Yes, he said that he may have pointed his finger and did something like this.
So for the record, can we agree that the trooper has stood up and pointed his index finger with his thumb closed? A nap description?
Nothing.
Go ahead.
Nothing.
All right, and you recross. Trooper, you can step down. Watch your step on the ramp.
Your Honor, before else.
Any defense witnesses? Argument?
Running an interesting case before you, and we have a very good defense lawyer. Judge, in this case, the witness says the gun was pointed at it. Could she be mistaken? Yes, she could be mistaken. The question is the probable cause of the gun was pointed at. She seems certain, Judge, despite a very effective cross-examination by Mr. Blindberg. She said that was a gun. I saw the outline of the gun. I've seen guns. That was a description. Now, in terms of who the culprit is, whoever did this, Judge, allegedly did it. He's driving a dark colored Chevrolet Malibu with the first three digits of the license plate being HMI. Now think about that, Your Honor. Think of the coincidence if he's not the right guy. And he's somebody else driving a dark colored Chevrolet Malibu in that area, I-275 North, was involved in this license plate links him. Can I say to you, and you said this family, you're 100% sure? No, but think of the likelihood of this license plate featuring EJY and it being a dark colored Chevrolet Malibu. And he had a gun in the car. It wasn't holstered. Now that's important. Means it's relatively accessible. This was a low-grade incident that spiraled out of control, and it's very unfortunate, but fortunately, nobody was injured. And the finger, once he thinks he's been nailed, oh yeah, they might have some video, they might have something where I'm pointing the gun, so, oh, maybe it was my finger. That's not something you forget, Judge. It wasn't as though he had been interviewed weeks later. Yeah, maybe he had quite enough finger. We would ask around by the case, so where's the judge?
Mr. Weinberg.
Thank you, Judge.
That attorney, I think, is good. I really didn't disagree with anything he said, but he is such a ham, such a complete ham.
Well, I will go by a much better prosecutor than I may be as a defense attorney, but it can't just be, he could be mistaken. This man is charged with a forgery felony and a mandatory 2-year felony firearm. They better have more than simply she could be mistaken. She did not identify a gun. They had no pictures of a gun. They never identified any gun that she identified. They never had any evidence saying, yes, that's the gun that was used, or this is what the gun looked like. It was an outline of a gun where she readily admitted it was too dark even to identify my client. It was at 5-something in the morning. There's no lights up, maybe some street lights. She has an extremely weak testimony in this matter. But for the grace of God, go.
This guy's also good. You got two good attorneys and a good judge. I mean, this is a good, clean hearing.
Us in this kind of case. If someone can just drive up and say that they actually saw someone with a gun and they get them charged with this. So I disagree with this experienced prosecutor who's handled thousands of these cases that there is enough evidence to find my client over. Maybe if they had the gun, maybe if they had or even identify my client as the driver of the car, but they don't even have that. So I'm asking the court to dismiss this.
Go ahead.
And reviewing, this very night, but in reviewing the case, you're determining whether there's probable cause to leave the time of birth, and there's more than probable cause here. Thank you.
I don't see any way in hell of getting a conviction, but the probable cause burden has been met. I'm tempted to dismiss it just so we don't waste any more judicial resources, but that's not my role. I'm going to bind it over.
Thank you. Thank you.
AOI is October 29. October 29, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Good luck downtown, gentlemen.
Thank you. It's not a public office.
Well, thank you, Zach. That was fun. Oakley thinks they won't get a conviction. I think he's probably right. I think he did it, but I don't think they can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. You've got the testimony of one witness in the dark. In my gut, I think he did it. He was pissed and he pulled out his gun. But beyond a reasonable doubt is rough. And that's going to be a tough one to get a conviction. I don't think there's no chance, but I think it's difficult. I understand why Judge Oakley sees it that way. I do. Maybe they should give him a generous plea to something much, much less. And everybody walk away. That's probably what'll happen. Probably what will happen. Yeah, so he sounds like an angry guy. The cop basically got him to admit it. Or enough that it makes me think it happened. Not outright admit it, but admit enough of the circumstances that and then they have the gun in the car. I think he probably did it, but I don't think it's going to be real hard to convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt that happened. even though I think most of the jury will think he did it too, but they'll have some doubt, and that's the system we have. Good stuff. Good stuff. That all kicked off because Magoo showed up. I had a surprise Magoo appearance this morning. I just got done streaming, but I had to do it. I couldn't help myself. Thanks for coming out.